We're going to learn about the solfeggio tones. The solfeggio tones became popular when Joseph Pullio discovered in the Old Testament of the Bible, in Numbers, that a seemingly meaningless section or chapter created a numeric code, a fabulous, wonderful numeric code. The end result was he found 6 tones of the Solfeggio Tuning Forks. They are a fabulous numeric code. This particular solfeggio tone is 396. If you convert these numbers via gematria, which was more commonplace in the time of the Old Testament, and let me explain what gematria is. For numbers, this number 396, you would convert it to a single digit by taking 3 plus 9 plus 6. 3 plus 9 plus 6 equals 18. It's still not a single digit, but 8 plus 1 is 9. You can do this for each one of the solfeggio tones, and they are either 3, 6, or 9. Who else was really fascinated with 369? Nikola Tesla. He has teased us with the quote, "If you only knew the secret of the 369 frequencies, you would have all the energy of the universe." If I were to create the world with sound, or the word, or some vibrational sound tool, I would like something that would create the spiral shape found in nature, such as the Fibonacci tones. And I believe the solfeggio, the 369s, are like creating the straight lines. And you really need both tools for creation with sound. When you look at many ancient sources, each of the 6 solfeggio tones that Joseph Pullio found have a sacred blessing for you. I'm going to play each tone and put all the blessings on this screen. Look on the screen for the benefits for 396. $5.28. $6.39. $7.41. $8.52. $8.52. If you look at the picture on the screen, you'll see the before and after pictures using Kirlian photography of someone's aura. This person spent about 15 minutes listening to the Solfeggio Tuning Forks. So she got the blessing of each individual fork. But the greater blessing is the tone and the pattern in the relationships that these forks have to each other. We listen to only the 6 tones, but there are 9 in the complete set. When you look at the columns, the numbers running up and down the page, you see the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, The number 1 starts in different positions, but they all run that cycle over and over again. And when you look at the complete set of numbers, you see that the solfeggio tones, when complete, are a set of 9 tuning forks. The solfeggio tones are used to tune your chakras. If someone is lying down, you can put the fork like this over their chakra. In a little bit of time, it'll start to swirl. The energy will go into the chakra and remove blockages, allowing people to hold more light. Here's a little story of the solfeggio tones, the 528 in particular. Many have said that the 528 has been used in laboratories to repair DNA. Jonathan Hutchinson, a scientist, revered the solfeggio tones for their 369 pattern. He copied much of Keeley's and Tesla's work. After the oil spill of BP in the Gulf of Mexico, John went into the Gulf and had the water tested before and after when it was horribly polluted with all that oil. And in Perdido Bay, he made great effort to have the 528 play for a substantial amount of time. And the water cleared, life returned, and he had it tested at laboratory to show the before and after, the purifying effect of just one solfeggio tone. How do you use the forks? Holding the base and striking the prong. If I feel healthy and whole, I am full of white light. When I get my aura photograph, I'm usually a color. I'm usually strong in one color and absent in another. When we are complete and whole, we're white light. The solfeggio tones get you white light in your aura, and it feels divine. So if I want each one of these solfeggio tones in my aura, I simply sound a fork and wave the fork in my aura. I have played this fork quite a bit recently, so I've got plenty of it in my aura. But let's say I didn't have it in my aura. Then I would strike the fork and it would go, and right here there'd be a hole, no tone. The solfeggio tone wouldn't make a sound because it couldn't resonate with that which is not there. And as long as there is an absence of one of these solfeggio forks in your aura is not white light, and in the spots where you have darkness around you, the fork will not ring. And how do you fix that? This is the good part. It's so simple. Just wave it in your aura. So, sweep your aura up and down, back and forth, front and back, and you will feel absolutely divine. You can also use more than one fork at a time. Okay, here's just 2. Listen. Together, they create another unique healing. And again, this tone feels absolutely good and fills me up with all the components of a complete set of divine perfect energy. You can even use 3 forks and more at a time. Here we go. And rake them up and down a person's aura. The solfeggio tones will make your water sweeter when you place them on a glass or allow the water to hear the sounds of the fork. They're particularly nice to play above your bath and over your food before you eat. Each one of the forks resonates with the blessing, as we discussed earlier. If we have experienced the negative side of a virtue, let's say patience versus impatience, one being positive, one being negative, if we have experienced the negative side, this fork will help restore that to balance so that we get more towards a neutral ground. How can you find which emotions might be out of balance? Let's say when I scan my body with the tones, I've got a big dark spot here on my right shoulder. So it goes whoop, whoop. I've got a problem with shouldering things. Perhaps my responsibility feels overwhelming. It's not a joy or world service, it's a burden. And it's getting me down. It's on my masculine side of the body. Perhaps I'm having a problem with my father, or a husband, or a son, or a friend who's male. The solfeggio forks resonate with you on all levels. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You can use them to tune up. As Keely would say, maybe you get in touch with a little bit of the universe.